Poll after poll shows that most Democrats want Biden to please step aside and let someone else run for president in 2024. But the Biden campaign team says, well, they're not worried about it at all. We're not worried about these people telling us to do this. It's like meaningless. Really, how many times can you say that? How many times with a straight face can the folks supporting him to be an 81-year-old president that tips over about every week to say, well, you know, we're not worried about that. 81% say, no, please don't do it. Get somebody who can do. What about a Katie Porter? You know, I could go on forever with good candidates that could run, and they certainly can beat Trump, and they probably could beat DeSantis when he makes it through the primaries, which he's going to do. So I don't know, man. What's your take?
I think it's incredibly irresponsible. Look, I actually go back even further here. I remember you and I doing stories back in the day where George W. Bush, when he was president, came out and said, I don't pay attention to polls. Yeah. And we talked about how stupid that is because the polls are what the public thinks. And so today, 20 years later, the Biden people are saying, we're not worried about polls. We're not worried that every poll shows us that people don't want him to, not people, Democrats don't want the Democrat running.
You worry about 81%.
You do.
Okay. So wake up call for all you the Biden cabal, all you people telling me everything is okay. It ain't okay. And so it's not okay for the American public. It's not okay for Democrats. And somebody has to make a tough decision. If they want Gavin Newsom, put him in the fight now. And don't even suggest Kamala Harris is VP. The numbers for VP have never been lower in history. Did I get that right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. There was actually a story that just came out that explained she is the least popular to this point in her vice presidency than we've ever had since polling on vice presidents existed.
Yeah.
But you cannot ignore the negatives that Biden has. And it's irresponsible for any member of the Democratic Party to look at this and say, no. You guys just don't like Biden. Well, we're not thrilled with him. He hasn't been that great. We've got better people that are out there waiting in the wings for their chance, but we got to get the octogenarian out of the picture before they can run.
Is it a self-identity problem? Do you think it's an identity problem when somebody sees, it's right there in front of them. It's right there in the wall. I mean, the guy's falling apart, okay? He's got a VP who is a train wreck. And they can't pull themselves to say, let me be honest with myself. Let me just talk, be brutally honest with myself and say, this is where we are. And, you can't, God forbid, you should mention RFK or even Gavin Newsom or anybody else being Marianne Williams being a prospect. But they just can't get it in their head that this is real. It's like a slow motion train wreck. And they're saying, no, there's not going to be a collision. Well, the collision's already taken place.
It is. And, speaking of train wrecks, we've got a president here who's not showing the kind of leadership that we need to see because he has members of his own cabinet, and that's what made me think when you said train wrecks, who are horrible at their jobs. They're grossly unqualified and are putting people in danger. And yes, Buttigieg is at the top of that list. If he had the leadership skills he needed, he would have fired him a year and a half ago.
You and I have always, in defense of Biden, we've defended him. And I'm through defending him. I'm totally through defending him. But we've always said that part of the problem is the people he surrounded himself with. They've been very, very bad where it comes to advice. And it's just, poor guy. I mean, it's a pitiful thing. It's almost elderly abuse. It's like Feinstein. It's the same thing. It's elderly abuse. Let's be honest with ourselves. And it's difficult sometimes, but that's where we are. So we got to make another move.
And look, we're not alone in thinking this. The majority of the Democratic Party believes the same thing we believe in. We're not on the fringe.
No, and you go, you know me. I don't care. I don't care. All the Biden trolls are going to come in. How dare you? You're Tucker Carlson. Their crazy talk. I don't care. I don't even read this stuff. So the point being, we have to continue saying it. There's still time.
Yeah.
There's time to save the Democratic Party. Farron, thanks.
Thank you.
That's all for this week, but all those segments are going to be available throughout next week, and make sure you follow us on Twitter at America's Lawyer. I'm Mike Papantonio, and this has been America's Lawyer. We're going to tell you stories every week that corporate media won't tell you. because their advertisers won't let them, or their political connections are so strong to the Democrats or so strong to the Republicans that they're not allowed simply to talk about reality. Well, we do here on Ring of Fire. We'll see you next time.